Okay, here's my tutorial on running disk checks through a Linux liveCD. First, you'll need a liveCD or USB. I recommend the latest version of Knoppix. Knoppix includes all the utilities that you need pre-installed. I'm running MX Linux version 19.1 off of USB because I couldn't get the latest version of OBS in Knoppix. So, if you're running a distro other than Knoppix, you might not have these utilities installed. You'll need to install the utility GNOME Disk Utility and ClamAV, ClamAV Daemon, and ClamTK. I'm showing you apt-get commands here because I'm running a Debian derivative. If you're running a different distro, you'll have to use RPM or Yum or Pacman or whatever your distribution uses. I might go over different package managers in more detail in a future video. First, let's open up our disk utility, open up our main menu, go over to Accessories, and click on Disks. Plenty to see here, plenty of hardware devices to play with. We want to check the hard disk. We click these three dots at the upper right corner of the screen. Under Knoppix, it's 3 horizontal bars. So, Smart Data and Self-Tests. Smart Data shows you plenty of useful information. The two main ones you look at are the power on hours. This is 1 year and 6 days. Not bad. Let's maximize that. And here's the reallocated sector count. That's at 0. Once that goes above 0, I'm replacing the drive. Also, yeah, that's it. Self-tests. You can do short, extended, and conveyance. In a short test, that takes a few minutes, and you're done. Extended test could take hours, but it's worth doing if you suspect you have a bad drive. Conveyance is an interesting test. That's something that the disk manufacturer typically does. Hard drive gets manufactured somewhere in East Asia, then gets shipped out to whoever country it's going to be sold in. They do this conveyance test after it's shipped to ensure that the heads and motors are still working. So, we're not going to do any of these tests today. Close that, close that. Alright, as long as we're here, let's run Accessories, ClamTK. And an update is available. We'll just run that right now. And, okay, that's done. Let's go into settings here. Check for updates to the program. Scan files recursively. That means you scan all of a directory and all the subdirectories below it and any subdirectories within those subdirectories and so on and so forth. So that's what you do if you want to scan a whole disk. You go to the root of the disk and scan that. Scan files that are larger than 20 megabytes. Most viruses aren't going to be that big, but I like to be thorough. And of course, scan files beginning with a dot, because you should always do that. Now, the PUAs, packed binaries, password recovery tools, and more. This will actually flag some genuinely legit utilities, so I typically don't click on that. If you have a customer who is somewhat paranoid, go ahead and do that. Or if you're feeling like flagging every single bad cookie as a security threat, and you want to show your customer that they've got this many security threats on their computer, you can click on this, but I think it's a bit of overkill. So, normally you'll go in here and choose a directory or some other file system. we're not going to bother going through the hard drive here. Anyway, so why are we examining the hard drive under Linux and not Windows? You're nearly always going to have Windows on your computer or on your customer's computer. The reason why we're running Linux is because very often you're going to have a broken computer and you want to know whether or not it's the hardware that's broken or the software's buggy. If you're running an OS other than Windows and things are working just peachy, then you know it's either a software bug or you've got a problem in your physical hard drive, and this includes a hard drive tester. So, also, if you want to run a virus scanner, unless the virus has managed to infect the firmware of your PC, it's not going to be running under Linux. Makes virus scanning a lot easier when the virus itself is not running. So, that's the utility of having a liveCD or a liveUSB.